How much guaranteed retirement income can $300,000 allocated to income actually generate in Kansas? So if you're like most people, you've probably heard of the old 4% rule, which says you can take $12,000 a year from $300,000, adjust for inflation, and hope it lasts. But what if I told you that Kansas couples who start their plan early can illustratively see up to $48,600 a year in guaranteed income from the same $300,000? And that is not a typo. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why the difference is so big, which scenario fits your age and retirement timeline, and how Kansas tax rules affect every dollar you keep. Plus, there's a concept called wholesale versus retail retirement income that most people have never heard of. And it's the single most important thing to understand before you retire. Stick around. This could change your entire retirement outlook. All right, hey, I'm Kurt Jackson, Retirement Lifestyle Architect at KJ Financial. Welcome to the Max My Retirement Income channel, where we focus on one thing, and that's helping people in Kansas, across the Midwest, and down in Florida build guaranteed retirement income they can't outlive. Today, we're diving deep into the real numbers for $300,000 in Kansas, why timing matters more than almost anything else, and what tax rules mean for your bottom line. So if you want plain English answers, myth busting, and a real plan for your retirement income, you are in the right place. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content that puts your lifestyle first. Now, believe it or not, the old retirement rules are broken. So let's start by busting one of the biggest retirement myths out there, and that's the 4% safe withdrawal rule. For decades, the advice was simple. You withdraw 4% of your savings every year, adjust for inflation, and hope you're lucky enough that your money lasts up to 30 years. But here's what that really means for $300,000. The traditional 4% rule gives you $12,000 a year. That's $1,000 a month. That's it. But new research in 2026 says even that might be too optimistic. So Morningstar's latest safe withdrawal rate is just 3.97%, which means $11,910 a year or $993 a month. And if you want to be even more conservative, academic research from Fowl and Dawkins puts the safe rate at 2.96%. That's only $8,800 a year, $740 a month. So why is the old rule broken? Well, it was built in the 90s, based on historical rates and returns from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, when bond yields were considerably higher and people didn't live as long. So today, if the market drops in your first few years of retirement, what researchers call sequence of returns risk, you could permanently damage your income, even if the long-term average looks fine. So Dr. Wade Fowl says that 77% of your safe withdrawal rate-based retirement plan success lies in the returns that you get in the first 10 years of retirement. And the 4% rule gives you no guarantee. You can still run out of money earlier, I don't know, maybe age 84 or age 87. So let me ask you, does $12,000 a year or the more conservative $8,800 a year sound like a plan you can count on? Or does it sound like a recipe for stress? So the gap between what you could get and what the old rule gives you is massive. So what is guaranteed lifetime income? So you probably want to know, what's the alternative? Well, it's guaranteed lifetime income. So this is income that's contractually set and has nothing to do with the stock market. No matter what Wall Street does, your income keeps coming. It's backed by the claims paying ability of the insurance company that offers it. It's not a portfolio that goes up and down. And here's the key difference. With the withdrawal strategy, you're selling pieces of your savings, your shares every year, and hoping they last. With guaranteed lifetime income, you lock in a specific monthly amount for as long as you live, even if your account balance reaches zero. So at KJ Financial, we call this kind of strategy protected lifetime income, PLI for short. So PLI is designed to cover the expenses in retirement that are, we like to call them non-negotiable. So your essentials and your must-haves, the things that you can't cut when markets drop. We call them your non-negotiable adventures, experiences, and memories with loved ones. So it creates an income floor so you can spend with confidence, knowing your basics are covered no matter what, and including those non-negotiables in your guaranteed retirement income. We've set an effective inflation hedge that could last to age 90 or longer, thanks to what academic researchers call the retirement spending smile. If you wanted a full deep dive into what guaranteed retirement income really means, check out the What is Guaranteed Retirement Income page at maxmyretirementincome.com. wholesale versus retail income. So now here's the most powerful idea in this entire video, and most people have never heard it. Wholesale versus retail retirement income. So wholesale income begins when you start your PLI strategy 5 to 10 years before you need the income. Your income base grows during those deferral years. The rider fee charged for this guaranteed retirement income doesn't take one single penny away from your income. It does impact your account balance, thus reducing the amount your heirs would receive if you both passed away early before getting into the insurance company's pocket. But by the time you turn on the income, it's dramatically larger than if you had waited. So you've locked in that time advantage. Now, retail income is what you get if you wait closer to or until the day that you retire to fund the strategy. So you get whatever that day's payout rate is applied to your $300,000 with little to no deferral benefit. You'll still get guaranteed lifetime income, which is already far better than the 4% rule, but you leave a lot of money, a lot of income on the table. We're going to look at scenario B as the centerpiece example of this. So we're going to imagine two Kansas couples. They're both age 55. Both have $300,000 to allocate to income. One starts their PLI strategies 10 years before retirement. The other waits until retirement. So the early starter gets $45,117 a year. The one who waited gets $23,040 a year. That's a gap of more than $22,000 every single year. So over a 20-year retirement, that's more than $440,000 in additional lifetime income from the exact same savings amount. Time did that, not the market, not the luck, just a decision to act a few years earlier. Here are the Kansas numbers for all four of our scenarios for today. We want to walk through all four of the scenarios so you can see exactly how this plays out. Now, these are illustrative. They're hypothetical examples for married couples based on the age of the youngest spouse. Keep that in mind. Your actual results will vary, but the pattern is clear. So scenario A, we're going to assume both are age 57 and plan to retire at age 62, starting their PLI strategy now 5 years before. They could generate $29,517 a year. That's $2,460 a month for life. If you wait until 62 to start, you get $20,295 or $1,691 a month. So by acting now, you get 45.4% more income, an extra $769 a month, just by starting your planning 5 years earlier. Compare that to the 4% rule, which gives you $12,000 a year. Starting with a PLI strategy gives you more than double the income. Now we're going to go back. We're going to revisit scenario B. So let's quickly do that. If you're both 65 today, you plan to retire at you're both 55 today, you plan to retire at 65. Starting now could generate $45,117 a year. That's $3,760 a month. If you wait until age 65 to start this, it gives you $23,040 a year. That's $1,920 a month. You see, 95.8% more income. That is nearly double from the same $300,000. The only difference is when you started planning. Now we got scenario C. You're both 60 today and you plan to retire at age 67. Starting now could generate $36,372 a year or $3,031 a month. If you wait until 67, you wait that 7 years till 67, gives you $23,400 a year. That's $1,950 a month. So that's 55.4% more income, over $1,000 more income for life. All right, scenario D. You're both 60 today, but you plan on retiring at 70. Starting now could generate $48,600 a year or $4,050 a month. If you wait until age 70, that gives you $24,120 a year. That's $2,010 a month. That's 101.5% more. Look, that's more than double the income. And if you compare that to the 4% rules, $12,000 a year, it would take an inflation rate of 5.75% every year for 25 years, a 25-year retirement to get that $12,000 to the $48,000 income that you could spend for 25 years. It's a 4.77% inflation rate for a 30-year retirement. See, the gap is staggering. $36,600 a year for life. The common thread in every scenario, starting your PLI strategy early produces dramatically more guaranteed retirement income. Not slightly more, dramatically more. And once that income is locked in, it never goes down because the market drops or interest rates change. Okay, Kansas taxes and your net income. So let's talk about Kansas's retirement income tax rules because they can make a real difference in how much you actually keep. Kansas has a helpful rule for retirees. If your federal adjusted gross income, what the IRS calls AGI, is at or below $75,000, Kansas does not tax your Social Security benefits at all. Zero, not a penny. That is a real advantage. But if your AGI goes above $75,000, the portion of your Social Security that is already taxable at the federal level may also be taxed by the state of Kansas. That's why smart income sequencing, a well-designed PLI strategy combined with careful Roth conversion planning and smart withdrawal timing can help keep your AGI below $75,000 and protect your Social Security income from Kansas state taxes, federal too. Now, let's briefly talk about the sixth link tax cascade. This is a chain reaction that starts when retirement income isn't planned carefully. And here's how it works. In link number one, this is when RMDs, required minimum distributions, kick in. And they push your taxable income higher whether you need the money or not. This also happens just by how you have your income starting at the beginning of retirement. Then we've got link number two. As income rises, more of your Social Security, up to 85% of it, becomes taxable at the federal level. Link number three is income above certain thresholds triggers Medicare IRMA surcharges, which can add hundreds of dollars a month to your Medicare premium. Link number four, higher income phases out deductions and credits that you counted on as a senior. Link number five, the widow's penalty hits when the first spouse passes away. The survivor files taxes as single at a lesser income, losing the lesser of the two Social Security incomes, while likely still pushing them into a higher tax bracket overnight. Excuse me. Then we've got link number six. So inherited retirement accounts, pre-tax accounts, IRA, 401k type accounts, under the new 10-year rule, thanks to the Secure Act, can create a tax burden for your heirs if not planned for carefully. So proactive retirement income planning, the kind that starts before retirement, not after, helps you minimize all of these six links. And this is what Lifestyle First planning is designed to do. All right, so now we also have Lifestyle First retirement income planning. So what is Lifestyle First retirement income planning? Well, it starts with your real life, not a spreadsheet, not a portfolio balance, your actual retirement goal. What your retirement to look like? Where do you want to travel? Who do you want to spend time with? What are non-negotiable adventures, experiences, and memories with loved ones? And from there, you use PLI to build a floor of guaranteed retirement income that covers not just your essentials, but those must-have monthly expenses, those non-negotiables, the ones that you can't cut no matter what. Now, once that floor is in place, your remaining savings are free to pursue growth, flexibility, and legacy goals without the pressure of having to fund your basic lifestyle. They have what we call, we call a license to spend. You can actually enjoy your retirement instead of watching the market, watching it every day, wondering if you can afford to go on that trip or help your grandkids. Now, this is fundamentally different from the 4% rule or a traditional Wall Street approach. See, those approaches ask you to bet your lifestyle on market performance. Lifestyle First planning protects your lifestyle first, then lets the market work for the rest. It's a different philosophy, and for the right Kansas retiree, it's a life-changing one. So what's your next step? Right? Everything you just saw is based on illustrated numbers. The real power is seeing your personalized numbers, your actual age, your actual savings, your actual retirement goals. And that's exactly what the free retirement income blueprint call is designed to do. It's a 15 to 30 minute phone conversation where I walk you through your specific situation and show you what your guaranteed retirement income picture could look like. There's no obligation, there's no sales pressure, no products are pushed. Just your numbers, your options, and an honest conversation. Most calls take less than 30 minutes, and the information you walk away with is completely free. If you want to book your call, there's the link on the website, but there's also a link in the description below. Book that, get on my calendar. You can also find more plain English retirement income education at maxmyretirementincome.com. We've got more than 40 pages of content and growing, covering everything from Kansas Social Security tax rules to the 10-year runway strategy to how the 6-link tax cascade works and what you can do to stop it. Now, here's the bottom line. Retirement should not be about watching your portfolio and hoping for the best. It should be about being present for the people and moments that matter most. So if you've got $300,000 to allocate to income in Kansas and retirement is somewhere on your horizon, typically in 10 years, the window to get wholesale income is open right now. The question is whether you're going to take action while it's still available or not. All right, now here comes the most exciting part of our whole presentation, the disclosures. This information is educational only, not tax, legal, or individualized investment advice. Guarantees rely on the issuing insurer's claims paying ability. Any figures shown are illustrative and may differ for your situation based on age, health, product, features, fees, allocations, and market conditions. Thank you.